I'm on an aviation tour of the UK and Ireland.
I'll be flying the flag carriers of each to sample the domestic and regional services. I'll be flying in economy.
Okay, so that's a takeoff from Belfast.
And business. From city centre airports to beach airports. Airports in major cities to airports in Hebridean Islands. And using the brilliance of aviation, I'll be stopping off to break up my journey, visiting Titanic and the Manchester Visitors Park at Manchester Airport. Welcome to Check-in Aviation. You join me at London City Airport, an airport I'm quite familiar with as I used to work here for just under a couple of years. Before the Embraers were the regular occurrence in London City, and it was Fokker 50s and BAE 146s, but yeah, I actually used to work on the apron here marshalling the aircraft and as a baggage handler. It's actually the only UK airport where the baggage handlers also marshal the aircraft. I enjoyed my time here, and it's changed a lot since I worked here with the addition of these new stands at the eastern end of the runway. Today we're flying with British Airways on the Cityflyer service, and wholly owned subsidiary of BA, operating a range of domestic and European services from its home here in London City Airport. Now, when BA sold the BA Connect to Flybe in 2007, it didn't include any of the London City operations, which are quite profitable, or any of the RJ100 or BAE 146 aircraft. In 2008, British Airways ordered 11 Embraer aircraft consisting of 6 E170s and 5 E190s. It's a 190 that I'm flying on today, and after a short wait we finally climbed the stairs at the rear of the aircraft and boarded for this flight to Belfast City Airport. The cabin is a 2-2 configuration, and I had the last row with the window seat, no one sitting next to me. And as you can see here, the seats are very nicely upholstered, leg room's okay, and the views are great. The current fleet of the BA Cityflyer group is 20 E190s, and flights between London City Airport and Belfast City Airport were restored on the 7th of September 2020 after the collapse of Flybe. In April 23, London City became the first UK major airport to roll in the new cutting-edge scanners, allowing passengers to leave all equipment in their bags at security. After a short wait on the stand to allow the aircraft next to us to depart and another BA Embraer to arrive, we soon departed to take our taxiway down to the bottom of the runway for a westerly departure. Now, you may notice as you're travelling around London City Airport on an aircraft, you will see these. These are narrow gauge tracks dating back to when it was originally a dock to unload ships and to move the cargo easily along the dock to be loaded into warehouses at the end. Pretty soon it was our turn to line up and wait at the bottom of the runway for our departure, and I'll leave you with these stunning views from the departure out of London City Airport, overlooking London skyline, River Thames and the O2. The takeoff angle for departures in London City Airport is 5.5 degrees to get us over the skyscrapers of Docklands at the end of the runway. Pilots here have to be specially trained and qualified to land at London City Airport. And once again, I'll leave you to enjoy the departure, and I'll speak to you soon. Today's flight number was BA8752 for a distance of 326 miles to Belfast, with the tea and coffee service starting as soon as the seatbelt sign was switched off.
Okay, so we're a few minutes into the flight. This is BA Cityflyer, London City to Belfast. Didn't have time to do much of an intro because I was running a bit late. It's a very early check-in, a very early departure. But you have to be there early anyway. But it was a good takeoff, 5.5 degree takeoff.
Pretty soon we were in the cruise above the clouds, enjoying the blue sunny weather compared to the rain and cold below us, and it wasn't long before we began to plan for our descent into Belfast City Airport. It's a flight of an hour and 15 minutes. You'll find the standard economy seat on this BA Embraer consisting of a device holder above a tray and a pocket for literature below that. As we approached the coast of Northern Ireland, we were treated to some beautiful views as the clouds cleared below us. I'll leave you to enjoy the descent down into Belfast City Airport, and I'll see you on the ground. We disembarked the aircraft and we were held on the apron for just a few minutes to gather everyone together to take us straight through to the domestic arrivals. That's okay with me, I got a good look at today's aircraft. Pretty soon we were marching through the airport to arrivals, where we were met with a very festive scene indeed. There was a local radio station and a band and photographers all celebrating Christmas with some music. Now let's get rid of that music before I get a copyright strike, but needless to say it was a great experience to arrive into. Very festive, very calming, very jolly, everyone smiling, and yeah, an all round brilliant experience. Now one of the wonders of aviation is that you can go to see some amazing things very close to home for a very short flight, and today I was going to the Titanic Museum in Belfast where the massive cruise liner was built.
Hey done, James. Another long day indeed. They went on talking late tonight. Great affairs, James. Great affairs. Always that way when Mr. Ismay dines with his lordship. I should think so. His lordship and Mr. Ismay are eminent men.
It was a great tour around the museum, and there were mock-ups of the hull and the scaffolding to construct the Titanic, together with all the information from conception through to delivery of this amazing vessel. As you can see here, there's the scaffold that the workmen would use to work on the hull to actually create this massive ship, and it was very interactive and well worth money. There's a ride you sit in which is on a cable car system, really a pulley system above you, and it takes you around screens and interactive figures around to show you how the workmen built the ship and the conditions they worked in. It's a quite brilliant experience.
You could hear the noise from where we lived, but nothing prepared you for the size of the place. For a while, very well equipped it was. That's where we built the triple expansion engines. 2 of them, each as high as a 3-story house. I worked in the frame bending shop. We had heat steel beams in the furnace, then hook them onto slabs of cast iron and hammer them curved. It was skilled work. You had to bend them more than you needed because the frame straightened out a little when it cooled. The shell plates that made up the hull weighed up to 4.5 tons. They were taller than the da. The plates were overlapped on the edges. Some were raised, one after another. We called it clincher.
As well as the Titanic, you'll go outside to see the Nomadic here, and this was a supply vessel for the Titanic, its main cargo being the supply of first, second and third class passengers to the massive ship. As it couldn't get into most ports at the time, it had this vessel to transport passengers from shore to ship. As you can see, it's very well maintained and has a very grand interior, but as you may imagine, this is for the first class passengers, with the second class passengers taking a level down in luxury and the third class passengers basically having a waiting room and benches to sit on. How times have changed. On returning to the airport, I made my way to the lounge, and that gives you a clue as to the next video in this series. I make a step up to business class to fly back to London and then back north again, and if you're interested in that, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell and give me a thumbs up if you can. That'll help the channel a lot, and I'll see you again in the very next video, where we will experience what is essentially European business class and domestic business class. So I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.